What is normal in your country but seems weird to the rest of the world? Being middle class with a property having a 6-wall, electric fencing linked to an alarm, automated gate and garage doors, with security clamps over the gate motor to prevent theft of the motor, security gates over every door, burglar bars, and a house alarm system with infrared sensors linked to armed response with a reaction time of under 3 to 4 minutes. Everyone rags on the US for using Imperial, but can we talk for a second about how weird we are here in the UK for using both inconsistently? You buy a pint of milk or beer, but a liter of Coke and 25 milliliters of whiskey. People know how many miles to the gallon their cars get, but you buy fuel at pence per liter. You watch the weather forecast and the temperature is in Celsius but the wind speed is in miles per hour. Most people can tell you their weight in kilograms, and their height in feet, and if they can't give you kilograms they can probably give you stone instead, which is even older than pounds, which nobody uses as a unit of measurement, probably because of the confusion between pounds and, it's a glorious mess. In my friend's country, Easter is when gangs of boys roam the countryside, pouring water over girls and beating them, gently, with sticks. The girls then have to thank them for it. I thought that was pretty weird. Edit, she's from Slovakia. Leaving your baby alone outside for their nap, even if it rains or snows. We have matrimonial ads in newspapers and sites to find grooms and brides, which I think don't happen in Western countries, and they find it strange. The ads are mostly published by parents. It's like Tinder supervised by parents. In university we thump the tables to applaud our professors, instead of actually applauding or doing nothing. During my exchange semester everyone not from Germany was looking at me confused why I did this. A short while ago they stopped selling alcohol after 10 p.m. At some stores you couldn't even get non-alcoholic beer. What's weird though is that wine is not considered alcoholic drink, so you can buy it anytime. Welcome to Moldova. Smile. Wow. Such gold. Much thanks. Whole restaurants cheering when a plate or glass is smashed. UK. Once was in a Canadian restaurant on holiday and a waiter dropped a tray of glasses. The local looked horrified when I was out of my seat screaming "Way we edit." Definitely seems more of a European thing than Canadian and American. Being left off of maps. Strangers sitting totally naked skin to skin in a steamy room heated to +80 to +100 C. And us having competitions on who can last the longest in there. Putting cable ties, branches, fake eyes etc. on helmets, buckets and hats in springtime to scare away the birds. Magpies are vicious bastards. Putting broken glass bottles on the walls around your house so burglars can't jump in and rob you. I moved to Canada and they don't even have walls around the houses. Drinking beer before 12 o'clock and seeing it as part of the culture. Tax not included in advertised price. The cracks that are just wide enough to be able to see in and out of public restroom stalls. United States, I've heard it's thought of as weird since many other countries enjoy the luxury of privacy. Men holding hands in public as a display of friendship is normal in Afghanistan but super weird in the West. Bagged milk. I know it's normal in some places but not here in the UK. I'm from the USA and my girlfriend is from Singapore. The amount of pumpkin shit we consume practically frightens her. Cheese curds and gravy over fries. Calling mixed-race people coloreds. I'm from South Africa and I'm colored, but when I went on holiday in Spain, colored is a derogatory term, but in South Africa it's completely normal. Marrying someone without knowing them and only seeing their face once the marriage is agreed on. Eating with our hands. In 1969, the same year the man landed on the moon, Miss Gloria Diaz coveted the Philippines' first Miss Universe crown. During the preliminary QA, she was asked, "Is it true that you Filipinos use your hand when you eat?" To which she replied, "Why? Do you use your feet?" and went her way to winning the crown. Edit, removed misleading link. Edit 2, shout out to Indian commenters who eat with their hands, too. And people from other Southeast Asian countries and the Middle East. Washing your butthole after taking a crap. Our wildlife is not trying to kill us. Hashtag X200B, edit, magpies accepted. Vegemite. In my country you bike everywhere. Cars aren't used much. For longer distances you mostly use train and public transport. Also being 6 foot is normal. Having a garbage can in the bathroom for used toilet paper. Calling them all chips, not crisps, hot chips or anything else. Just chips, except you wedges you can have a different name. Edit, sometimes at Macca's or Hungry Jack's and other fast food places call them fries, but duck of fast food they're chips. Golden Gate time. Sprinkles on buttered bread is made by fairies and is perfect for kids' parties. And anything negative said about said treat is sacrilegious. Bears on motorcycles driving on roads, drinking vodka and playing balalaikas, ha ha ha. Gotcha. What I said was untrue. Russia doesn't have roads. Legal drinking age of beer and wine is 16. Calling a traffic light a robot. Cunt is a term of endearment. Putting chips in our burgers, edit, I'm referring to the British version, fries in America but fatter. Deep fried Mars bar, edit, I'm from New Zealand, for those asking. These are usually sold in fish and chip shops. I don't know why, but teenagers from my place, Vietnam, like to put hot sauce on everything, like pizzas, chips, French fries, spaghetti, rice, cakes, hamburgers, anything you can think of. Eating biscuits and gravy. I traveled to the UK and told them that biscuits and gravy is a very common breakfast food, and as you would expect they were highly confused, biscuit cookie across the pond, why we would take something sweet and cover it in gravy. And also was confused that the gravy we use has sausage in it and is white. Pharmaceutical commercials. Blood pudding and fermented fish. Men wear skirts even when it's pouring outside, which is all the time. Having spaghetti in McDonald's. Queuing politely. Living with your parents is praised a lot, but getting your own place or moving with your so is still looked weird at as an act. Boiled Coca-Cola with lemon and ginger. A teeny tiny nation with at least 50 different accents. Marry a tree to break a curse. Walking around barefoot. Until recently, no women drivers. In the Philippines, it would be people living with their parents. Everybody I know whose parents' homes are in the city choose to live there. With the relatively low wage to cost of living ratio, it is not unusual for married couples to share houses with their in-laws. I work remote and I still live with my parents and pay zero rent. Of course, I pay all the bills, feed them and do all the home repairs and chores. Eating pasta every day, I think. Yes, I am Italian. Scottish here. We deep fry our pizzas. No even sorry. Tasty wee bastards. Drinking in all public spaces. Chicken fried steak. It's not chicken. Having a slice of bread with cheese and a glass of milk for lunch, Dutch. Brexit apparently. Our ridiculously helpful ways. Had a few American women the other day who couldn't get over how we were willing to drive 10 minutes out of town to make sure they got to the right turnoff. It's easy to get lost in the desert, especially with all the dirt roads that lead off from the main road. We always carry 5 liters of water in our car. We gave that to them just in case, and I gave them my number if they ran into trouble anywhere in the country, since I know at least someone in every town in the area where they were heading. It didn't seem like a big deal to me. But when they did have car trouble, they gave me a call and I arranged for a friend who is a mechanic to tow their car and fix it for free. They were so grateful and stunned at how many people stopped to help them. They had to assure about a dozen cars that help was coming. One man and his wife even stayed with them until the tow truck arrived. That couple arranged for free lodging in another part of the country for them. They kept in touch throughout their trip and couldn't stop going on about our friendliness. I never thought it was so unique to my country until then. That and people bathe in the river in full view of everyone, and it's not weird at all. My sex education came from asking why the man had a dangly thing. It wasn't this weird or uncomfortable conversation. Just another fact of life. Like birds fly, sun brings day and vaginas push out babies.